A new bill in the United States Senate has raised fresh uncertainty over South Africa's future in the AGOA trade program. According to reports, the proposal would extend AGOA for 2 years but exclude South Africa entirely, a move that could hit its agricultural exports hard. So what is AGOA? Well, it stands for the African Growth and Opportunity Act. It is a U.S. trade program that has given select African countries duty-free access to American markets for 25 years. It has been critical for South Africa, supporting agriculture, manufacturing and automotive exports. Now, it officially lapsed in September 2023, sparking concerns about what comes next. Well, what the new U.S. bill proposes, the AGOA Extension and Bilateral Engagement Act, aims to renew the program for 2 years. But it contains a clause excluding South Africa from AGOA access. The bill was introduced by U.S. Senator John Kennedy, who argues the move is needed to counter China's growing influence in Africa. He said that China is using Africa to expand its influence at America's expense, and the proposal is currently stalled in the U.S. Senate after a prolonged government shutdown. Now, what does this mean for South Africa? According to reports, both Republicans and Democrats still support an AGOA renewal, and the White House prefers a 1-year extension. The Trade Ministry in South Africa says any renewal would likely roll over existing benefits, meaning that South Africa could still remain eligible if the bill doesn't advance. The U.S. is one of South Africa's most important agricultural markets, accounting for about 4% of its total farm exports in 2024. While the stakes are high, South Africa's agricultural shipments to the U.S. have grown strongly, with a 26% jump in 2023. Exports to the U.S. in that year alone were worth about $161 million. Industry experts say that any loss to AGOA access would slow this growth and increase costs for producers.
Despite the deteriorating relations between Washington and Pretoria, South African authorities had previously stated that they had been continuously negotiating with the U.S. on trade tariffs. But now, post-G20 summit, which South Africa successfully hosted amidst the U.S. boycott, many fear that Washington will somehow retaliate and punish Pretoria. If the United States excludes South Africa from AGOA, which is the African Growth and Opportunity Act, as reports suggest, it would be a big disaster. The act, which was enacted in 2000, enabled approximately 17% of South African exports to the U.S. enter duty-free. South Africa exported an estimated $4 billion through AGOA in 2024, accounting for 46% of the total exports to the U.S. that year. This is Kaldan Almo from Johannesburg, South Africa for WION World is One.